Welcome back. Vape Dr. Dan here once again, and I got my new space all set up. So I'm just gonna give you a little view of the space. Oh, that's my noisy cricket. So I got my Ohm's Law stuff behind me now. Got my chair over here, good to go for the whole new space. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is the Xcube 2 by Smok. Smok Tech. Smok Tech? I still don't know how to say it. I'm going to call it Smok just for now. So this is the Smok Tech Xcube 2 160 watt TC with Bluetooth 4.0. Before I talk too much about it, we're going to dive up close. I'll show you all the up closey stuff about it. This door, which I kind of find awesome. We're gonna do that right in a minute. First thing I am going to touch on, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to show the app for it, but it does have a app, and that's why it's got Bluetooth. So hopefully I'll figure out a way to put it alongside the Xcube while I do the up close view. So let's do that. Alright, here we go. Here is the Smok Xcube 2. Oh, it's glorious. So I'm just going to put that off to the side right now. We're first going to take a look at the packaging. So here you go. Smok. So picture the Xcube. And then 60 watt, or 160 watt or 160 watt TC. On the side here, it's got QR links, so you can get the app faster than just searching for it, but you can just search Xcube. Back section's got the specifications of it, and a little introduction to it, and then just the Xcube 2, and original high-end box mod by Smok. And this whole thing slides right off, and it's got this nice, classy black box that just says Smok. And it's kind of a classy little thing. Let's see if I can get this out, because I don't have the Xcube in it, so it doesn't have a whole lot of weight. Ugh. I wish I had fingernails sometimes. Maybe this will work better. No? No, it wants to be a pain in the butt. Okay, just one moment here. Alright. Alright, so now I'm getting it out here. It's kind of, the inside of the box, it's flush with the bottom, and it's a very tight fit. So that's where your Xcube sits. It's got this nice little ribbon here to pull that out. And then underneath that, you've got another little black shield there. And here we got all your warranty information and a user manual. And it comes with a USB cable for just for upgrading. Does not charge through that. And then a funky little pouch that I have not used once. But it's nice. It's nice velour, and it fits well. Xcube fits well in it. If you have a tank, then you can even leave it in there and just squeeze it like that. But I don't use that. Although it's kind of a neat little pouch. And stuff all goes back in there. And we can get to the mod itself. Maybe. There we go. Put that off to the side. So now this is the mod itself. Nice thing. It's a little beat up because I've used it a lot. A lot. This whole front panel here is the fire button. And this is the battery door. You've got your display right there. Now this comes right out of the box. It comes with the screen flipped the other way. So you gotta go right. So this is how the screen is normally. And I feel like I like it this way, so I always switch it. It's saying check atomizer because I don't have an Addy on there. We'll do it this way. Why not? So your 510 right there, that is spring loaded. I'm trying not to get too much flash in your face because this is very shiny. There's the battery compartment. Pop these out, so you can see it's nice and clean, very clearly labeled which way your batteries go. This side positive down, this side positive up. Oh, let's not get that stuck in there. And that your little ribbon there just sticks right out. And it had that little flashy thing going on. It pops up with a Smok logo. Alright, this way. TL360. And then we're in. So 1, 2, 3. We'll get us into the menu. So I'm gonna hold this at a bit of an angle so you can see. So that can turn in our Bluetooth. You can either just leave it on a selection, or you can hold the fire button on a selection to make it go faster. Now these are different menu things here. We've got Bluetooth, mode, LED, puff counter, settings, and then power. So let's go right around to mode, because you've already seen that. So we can go watt mode, temp mode, memory mode. Now let's go through temp mode quickly. Temperature max, temperature min, soft, normal, hard. And then you can change it. Coil, nickel, titanium, stainless steel. Nickel, titanium, oops. And now you can set the amount, like Ni 200. Oh, Ni 400. So this changes the heat coefficient on the mod. And it's regular at 600, so I'm just going to put it right back. I don't happen to have any nickel coils handy, so I won't be able to show you its performance in temperature mode. If I get it up to 600 there. There we go, 600. Dun, dun, dun. Single coil, dual coil. Let's go single coil just for the heck of it. So now it's hitting hard. Good. No atomizer on there. When you press the button, the fire button, it will tell you the voltage, but it doesn't tell you the voltage otherwise. And your wattage, you have to set, I believe, in the actual settings itself. You can change the temperature. Sorry, it would help if I could speak English by scrolling it, and it does round robin into Celsius, and then goes right back to Fahrenheit. And it does that both ways. Fahrenheit is 200 degrees to 600 degrees. Celsius is 100 to 300 degrees. And there we have both ways. I like to use this in power mode, but we're going to... I quite often... see, I did it again. I quite often scroll by because I'm not paying attention. So, let's go memory mode next. So now, memory 1, you can set your memory settings. So, first memory setting, we're going to set to... let's do 66. Why not? 66. Now you see, we jump. This is memory 4 that I have set is 50 watts. Memory 5, 66. Memory 6, 90. Memory 7, 120. Memory 8, 180. 160. You have 16 memory settings that you can go through. Again, I prefer it in watt mode with maximum. There we go. Now, 1, 2, 3. The next one in the menus is the light. So now we can go RGB, and it gives us a settings sort of to set the color to whatever color you want. So let's go all the way blue. Let's just do that for an example. All the way blue, nice blue light right there. Now we scroll down. Let's turn down the blue. You can turn it all the way off if you like. Dun, dun, dun. and it slowly dims out. Now if we go red, I'm going to make a nice orange color. So I'm going to go all the way red, and I think it's about 90 green where I like it. Sorry, 80 greenish. It makes it that kind of funky, fiery orange. Now the speed doesn't really affect the single color. The speed is more for with the jump, where you can change it fast. Speed 1 is pretty slow. Speed 2, slow. 3, a little faster. 4, a little faster. 5, a little faster. 7. Oh, I might be doing it the wrong way. I think each speed goes slower. Yep, each speed goes slower. Look at that. I just usually leave it on fast. Because, yeah, speed slow. So yeah, the lower speeds go faster. I just usually leave it on fast because it looks like a disco rave. 1, 2, 3, and we can go into shade. And that will just kind of shade through all the different colors. So there's speed fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's scroll all the way down to slow. That's slow. Kind of cool, but nobody takes a vape that slow. Next menu setting we can go into is the puffs. You can set a max, and it tells you how many you've already taken today. Reset puffs? Nope. 1, 2, 3, because I don't really care about the puffs. Now settings. This is a long one. So we have all these different settings we can adjust. So let's get back to the beginning. So a screen time. So that's the time the screen is on. Screen lock. That's how long it takes to like automatically lock it. Contrast, it determines how bright it is. So I have it at 100%. We turn it down. 10%. See, it's not quite so bright that way. I like it really bright because I can use it as a flashlight at night if I feel like it. Another one, screen direction. This one, I always rotate the screen because I like to do it this way. Jump into this menu again, settings, dun dun dun. Now, edit time, 2016, February 12th, 10 minutes to 1. That's the right time. I guess it must have fixed itself. Now, setting. Oh, I jumped past it. I did it again. There we go. Settings. Screen time. Backlight screen. Edit time. F adjust ohm. So that is like a manual initial, like if you know the internal resistance of the device, I don't. So 1, 2, 3. I just leave that one alone. And then G download is to see if there's any updates. So you go like that, and it says enter download, and you usually plug it into the computer. So welcome. And the last thing on the menu is the power. You go power on, power off, or you can switch it with these like I have been doing. And when you turn it off, it says goodbye. 5 clicks to turn it back on. 5 clicks to lock. I'll show you these little bits of funky awesomeness. So first off, you press this button, it'll tell you the time. Then it'll tell you the date. Together, it tells you how long your puffs are and how many puffs you've taken today. And this will turn the stealth on. This will turn the LED off. And then again to turn them both back on. And there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit. Pardon my French. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then we'll power it off. And we will jump out to normal view, because I have already filmed that, and we will talk about this and vape on it a little bit. So there you have it. The Xcube 2. Hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoy it a lot. Alright, so here's the main screen. Well, actually, let's go back. Here's what shows you the Xcube. I'm not even sure if my voice is going to come through on this, but we're going to try. So here's the Xcube. There's my cube. And here we have the main screen. Temperature. Let's see if I press the button. Dun, dun, dun. We got everything coming up. Temperature is off because it's just not it's not in temperature mode. If I go 1, 2, 3, go into actually I'm just gonna do this from the app. So we can go down here and go to the modes, see where that little orange light popped up, and go into temperature mode. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe? Oh, it's not gonna let me because that's Canthal. Okay. But yeah, so I can go max, check, it'll give me max strength. It gives me a running wattage amount, the voltage that comes up, the atomizer resistance there. Gives me 2 puffs, and even though I haven't actually puffed it, you can set a plan, set a volume set, that sort of thing. I haven't played around with that too much because I don't really have a plan for my vaping. You can see your vaping statistics all right there. I haven't used it in a while, so that's all blank, but yeah, so I got my vaping record. This is the 2 puffs that I took, and this is 1 second, and then the second. That is the vaping record there. And here, this little light thingy turns on or off the LED on the Xcube. And because I went into there, it changed my wattage on me. So here I can change all of the different funky things about it. So I can set a vaporizer name, Vape Dr. Dan's Xcube, confirm. Set a password. I don't want to set a password. Temperature unit Fahrenheit, because why not? Actually, you know what, we're going to change it to centigrade. Why not? Charging alert will tell you when it says low battery. Time to close the BLE. I haven't been sure. I'm not sure what that is, so I just leave it at never. Oh, it says 10 minutes for some reason on. Let's try. There we go. And next is set the LED time. I have it set to 30 seconds because that's what I like to how long I like to have it out on. Sorry. You can go right down to 0 seconds and it just doesn't turn on at all. You can set it up to 120 seconds and it lasts forever, and it seems like it takes a long, long time. But yeah, so you can scroll all the way there. All the way there. So I like it at 30 seconds. You set the LED color. Let's go blue. I go blue. I go back. Da-da-da-dum. Maybe. There we go. So now the LED will pop up blue. Maybe. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not popping up blue for me because I had the LED off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try that now. Yep, we got blue. Let's change it to green. We got green. We got green. You can also set it somewhere in between. So, like, say you want a specific shade of blue. There we go. And it works just like that. This one here, if it wants to let me do it, doesn't want to let me do it. Yeah, we got the disco lights going on. So this one's the disco lights. This one here. That one is the shading one. So, shades, disco lights, your basic 3, and then you can set it to somewhere in the middle. That is a nice tealy color if anybody's interested. and then, oops, vapor upgradation. So that allows you to plug in your thing and see. You can go titanium wire control, upgrade, and stainless steel wire temp control activation, upgrade. There we go. So, just like that, I have upgraded my Xcube. So you don't really have to plug it into the computer to do it, apparently. Dun, 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 dun. Go back to here. We go into settings. That is all we got for settings. So that is the app in a nutshell. Kind of cool. Let's go back into... Oops, that's my vaping record. Oh yeah, in the vaping record, in the top corner here, there's a little graph thing. Pops it open like this. Da, 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 dum. Shows you how much you've vaped throughout the day. So far, I haven't vaped at all before 2 o'clock, because it's not before 2 o'clock yet. But yeah, so that... Oh, that was yesterday. And then, week, month, year, I've vaped at 99 seconds. And yeah. Today, this is all of my vaping record. We already seen that. And there you go. So that's the app, all funky dunky and whatnot. Alright, so that was the up close and personal view of the Xcube. Oops, I just jumped into the menu by pressing buttons. Okay. What mode max? Okay, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I kind of love the form factor on it. It's nice that it can do up to 180 watts after the software upgrade. Not a huge fan of the fact that you can't charge it through the USB. But that's neither here nor there because I have a dual bay battery charger anyways. So I just run a pair in here and then charge a pair. And I've always got a pair that are ready to go. It's kind of a great little setup. There's a lot of funky stuff you can do with it. I don't have the light on right now, which is kind of a bummer. Because it's one of the things that I really like about it. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Jump in the menu. Go into the LED here. I'm just gonna set it to jump because that's kind of fun. Like, do you see that? It's like little disco vape. Vape Brave up in here. So yeah, that's something that I really like about it, and I've had it off because I've just been paring stuff down a lot lately. I like it that it fits in my holster real nice. Gun. I kind of feel like it's like if I put my tank on there, or it's my Goliath version 2, my Goliath version 2, or sorry, version 1. Makes it look kind of like a gun. And just a second here if I can get out of my chair. Ugh. Is there any juice in this? Oh, there's no juice in this. Okay, so I won't vape, but I'll just show you. Kind of looks awesome in like some sort of space age gun thing. Take that off and pow! Looks like I'm just rocking a gun, and then I like pop a drip tip on and away I go. But oh, there is some juice in there. Yes, it's a new coil. What juice is that? Ooh, blueberry shake. Yeah, blueberry shake. That's some good stuff right there. Don't want to vape it too much, being that it looks like it's empty, so it's probably just that the wicks are still wet. But yeah, oh yeah, and that's my Stormtrooper drip tip. Pretty boss. But yeah, so I don't know. I like the door. I find that I play with it a lot because it's got that slide action on it. Also feel kind of like I think I could do that with the gun thing going on. Whoa, knocking over my RDA. Feels almost like I'm screwing a silencer on. Suppressor, sorry. But yeah, like sit there and shoot myself in the mouth with some vapors. I don't know. Some people don't like it. I kind of like playing with it, kind of like I do when I have a Zippo. I haven't had a Zippo in years, but when I have had one, I always sit there playing with it. So I do that with the Xcube as well. The whole front being a button, I'm kind of a fan of. I've had issues with it switching atomizers sometimes. Sometimes I throw on an RDA and it doesn't ask me if it's a new coil, and it'll just automatically go to the old setting. Excuse me, sorry about that. But I find when you unscrew your Addy to put a different one on, if you just give it a quick tap, it'll say check atomizer, and then if you give it another tap once you have it screwed on, it'll say, oh, here's your new, is this a new coil? And then it'll tell you the resistance. So that probably had a low wattage for this, but actually it's a 0.5 coil I've got on this, because I run this on my series box. My Noisy Cricket. But yeah, I mean, it vapes. It does what it's supposed to. Battery life is decent. Upgradable firmware can do, right out of the box, you need to upgrade it in order to do the titanium or the stainless steel, which you can upgrade it for both of those. You can also do it through the app, which, as I said earlier, I'm not sure if I'll be able to have it here or not. I'm going to try to take some screen recordings of me going through the app. So I'm going to sit over here for a second and talk about the app. So with the app, you can change your voltage, you can change your memory, your wattage. You can change your memory mode settings, change the light to be different colors. Set your coefficients and stuff, and if you're interested to know how many puffs you took per day, you can do that, or you can look at it just by going into the menu. You can also, if you lock it, there's a bunch of different button combos you can do. You turn your LED off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No LED. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you do, so that was the fire button, and the plus button is the LED, and the fire button and the minus button is stealth on or off. So stealth, oops, I went into the menu. Whoa, no, don't power off. Okay. I find that if I'm trying to unlock the thing, I usually just like mash it like I'm playing Mortal Kombat, and that will get me to lock or unlock. Because any more than 5, like 5 or more presses, will get you locked or unlocked, and anything like 3 or 4 will give you the menu. So I find, just to be safe, because a lot of times when I was trying to get into the menu, when I was trying to lock it, I would accidentally do it 4 times, and it would open up the menu, and then I gotta sit there and mess with things, and it's just a pain in the butt a little bit. Also, when it's locked, I should have shown this in the up close. I might have actually shown it in the up close. I'm not sure, because technically I'm shooting this beforehand. But yeah, when it's locked, you go like this. Press the plus button. It'll give you the time. Press the minus button, it'll give you the date. So that's kind of cool. If you press both buttons, it gives you how many seconds you've puffed and how many puffs you've taken today. So I'm shooting this after midnight, so it's giving me like 36 puffs in 68 seconds or something like that. I don't know. I didn't actually look. Because that kind of stuff isn't really interesting to me. It might be to some people, but it's just not interesting to me. I feel like this has a lot of extra stuff that you don't need, but it's kind of cool to have. I have many a time when I don't want to take out my cell phone or something to check the time, because I don't really wear a watch very often. if I want to check the time, I'll just lock my mod, press the button. Oh, that's the wrong date. I need to reset the date. But it is 12/23 or 0023. Why is it not setting the date properly? That's weird. What happened with that? I've had the batteries out of this for a while because I've been running my uh, RX and my noisy Cricket. But I guess that must be a thing. If you leave it without batteries for a while, it will clear your date settings because it's saying it's the 1st of January of 2005. Oh, that's locked. All in all, I think it's a cool little mod. Um, I like the form factor. The edges are round, so it's nice and comfortable to hold. You just squeeze it, and it fires and shoots vapor into your mouth. Uh, I love the button. Sometimes I'm not a fan of it because sometimes I just want something clicky, and that is not clicky at all. It's just squishy, just squishes down. Um, and sometimes I like clicky things. I don't know. I'm just kind of weird like that. But there you go. That is the Xcube in all its glory. This is going to be a little bit longer than normal because I've got all of this other stuff to talk about with it and the app. So it'll be a little longer than my normal reviews. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. And that is bone dry cotton, so I can't go out on that note. That would be hilarious. Just hacking up a storm. Actually, I probably wouldn't hack up a storm because the Twisted Messes has a huge amount of airflow on it. Alright, there we go. Juiced up, good to go. And on that note, maybe I can stand to go up a little bit. Let's try 80 watts. There we go. So, on that note, that is the Xcube. I like it. It's fun. Cost me $105 or something like. Yeah, I think it was $105. I've got the receipt kicking around here. I'll put that in the description below. Definitely worth it in my mind. Does up to 180 watts. I used this for cloud comps until I got my RX. So works as a regulated mod should, and it's super cool that it does 180 after the upgrade. I do not start to notice a little bit of battery sag after a while. It doesn't give you like full voltage and that sort of thing, but you can check out that stuff in the app, and it actually will show you like your battery performance, etc., in the app itself, as well as like your vaping statistics through the day, like when do you puff most, when do you puff less, etc. So it's kind of cool that they have the app, but I find it's a lot of kind of unnecessary stuff. Anyways, that's what I got on the Xcube. You guys, if you want it, check it out. It's a cool vape. It's got lots of cool bits and bobs. And I hope this was informative. I hope that you learned something about the Xcube. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it, and I'll put a link to where you can find it online if you're not in Winnipeg, and I'll put a link to all the cold turkey stuff like I always do. And on that note, stay Smurfy, guys.